Hello everyone, this is PC Death Gamer and welcome to another episode of Higurashi. Last we left off, of course, we had a little freak out and now we're calmed down. Ouch, that hurts. I actually believe that we're okay and we're just losing our mind. We realized that our parents of course aren't home and now we're going okay. Maybe I did overreact. Anyway, before we continue, by the time you're seeing this, hopefully you enjoyed my little things for Halloween every so often. And yes, I do know the podcast was actually early than what we expected, but we both didn't realize what day it was. So, anyway, here we go. Come to think of it, leaving the cover busted like that from my little freak out was kind of bad. I'll just say I tripped and fell and that bat I was holding smashed into it. Even so, just leaving it in its current state wasn't good. I should clean it up a little before Mom got back and scolded me. I remembered that there was a broom and a dustpan in the closet. As I was going to get them, the phone rang once again. Hello, this is my bar residence. Oh, is this Kiichi? Is your mom around? She isn't here at the moment. You idiot, Kiichi Mabar. Don't reveal that your parents are gone. You can follow up still. Calm down, take care of it. I think she'll be back soon. That wasn't a good response either. Now they might say they'll call again or tell her to call them when she comes back. So, that's fine. Wasn't anything important. Well then, sorry for the bother. Sooner I fear didn't play out. Illicitly, a sigh of relief. In more ways than one. I had to deal with more telephone calls coming in from my parents tonight. I was somehow able to deal with the phone calls just now, but I couldn't continue to rely on such poor improvisation. I needed to make up a good story to explain that my parents were home but couldn't answer the phone at the moment. They were making tempura and couldn't step away right now. That wasn't good enough. They were sick and went to bed because they weren't feeling well. Was that going to be safe enough? There's fun again. I was thinking about it on the way back to my room when the phone rang once again. Usually they were calling because they knew I was going to lie. I didn't pick up. I didn't want to pick up, but I knew I had to. They suspect my parents weren't here. I should have just taken the phone off the hook under pretense that I didn't realize that it was. But since the phone rang, I had to pick it up. I heard myself and lift up the receiver. Hello? I stopped announcing this was my bar residence. I had no reason to be kind to someone I didn't know the identity of. But unlike my unconscious person I said, sounded goofy and lightheaded. Hello, my apologies for calling so late. This is Oishi from Okujima's bookstore. Oishi-san? Oishi. Is that you, Mabar? Good evening. Good to hear you are doing well. Wait just a moment, please. I got a horrible headset and rushed up to my room with it. It was the same no matter where I was since there was no one else home, but I wanted to be in a spot that just felt a bit safer when speaking on the phone with Oishi. Sorry for the wait. How are things? Anything changed since then? Since then? When was that exactly? There was something about the bizarre way he talked that rubbed me the wrong way. The last time I spoke with Oishi was 2 days ago. The day I stayed home from school, I met Oishi on the way back from the hospital, and we headed into town for lunch and had a talk. Then after that, Rena and Mion came to check up on me. Whenever I spoke to Oishi, they always knew about it. It was like that since the first time I met him. Today's phone call may well be found out by them as well. Oh, can you hear me, bro? Huh? Oh, sorry. What did you say? I asked if anything changed since the last time. That there wasn't an answer, so I got a bit worried. Not really. The words stopped in my throat. There was a ton of stuff that happened. All of it baffling. What should I talk about? I didn't understand any of it. And I should try asking. If I didn't ask now, I may never have another chance. That this night when my parents weren't home, I had no guarantees I would make it through the night safely after all. Well, it seems that someone is after me. Really? I could have just been a coincidence that that day I missed school. When I was sick, two of them came to check on me. Which two? Rena and Meow. They started asking about how I had lunch with you. What next? They left me with some mochi when they came to visit, but there was a needle inside. Unfortunately, I somehow didn't swallow it. I wonder, could that have been a threat? About the needle. It was just one of those common sewing needles you see all the time. There was a whole 2-thread string through. Not that, Mara. You know stuff. That's evidence. It could be used as proof that they threatened you. Where is that needle? That's right. That's it. I thought when I tossed her, I had overlooked it out. Terror about that needle was a valid piece of evidence. I had clearly thrown a machine and needle at the wall together. If it was there, then it would be on the living room wall. But my parent mother had cleaned that living room wall. There was no trace of the motion left on it. Could it be that it dropped to the gap between the wall and the carpet? I frantically searched by running my palm along the carpet, but nothing turned up. Tried moving around the sofa and desk, pulling up the carpet, then flipping it around. But I couldn't find a needle. Did my mom clean up everything without noticing it? Just 2 days ago, I didn't know what day they collected the burnable trash. It may still be in the trash bin in the kitchen. Rushed into the kitchen, opened up the lid of the pail, poured out the contents. But even at a glance, I could tell that it could be difficult to find a needle in this pile of trash. I was looking for a needle in the trash deck. I know. I'll try running my hand through it. It's a bit gross, but I was looking for a needle. If I felt a small prick, I would be able to find it. It is pretty technical method, but it was quickest. I held my breath and started striking the pile of trash with my hand. Fifth flew about. There was nothing more disgusting than this, but it was not the time to be concerned about such details. I continued on for a while, but nothing turned up. I wanted to search more thoroughly, but I was still on the phone. I couldn't keep Yoshi waiting for Tom. Later, when Mom got back, I'll have to ask her if there was a needle. I began scribbling on a notepad affixed to the refrigerator magnet. Was there a needle? I scribbled the words with a red pen. Then I dashed back up the stairs, where I had been keeping Yoshi waiting for far too long. Hello? How'd it go? I couldn't find it. I was really overwhelmed back then, and I see. It would be great if you could find it. Keep it safe. That's right, the needle wasn't the only incident I had to tell him about this morning with the hit and run. Also, Oishi, just remember, this morning that van was delivered aiming for me. I could say that without question due to circumstances at the time. You see the license plate? I could search for it from here. Damn. I just flipped out yelling at him back then, but I didn't look at the plate. What failures on my part with the needle and the plate number. I was so focused just protecting myself that I had let some of the most important details slip out of my grasp. Much more annoyed at how worthless I was. I'm sorry, I don't know how much more than that. It was a white van. Nothing to fret about, my bro. Anyone would be shaken up after being hit. I guess all of this reality isn't a coincidence, is it? Oh, she started to hem and haw. Or on the other end, I can imagine him folding his arms. Also, Rena is acting strange. How so? Rena said on the way home today, asking me if I so much like Satoshi. Now I can say with confidence that Rena what happened to Satoshi. She knew that there was more to it than just him simply disappearing. Rena knows. She knows something regarding what happened to Satoshi, the kid who was doing away last year. Well, what would that be exactly? Rena said I was the same as Satoshi. She said something to effect. The way things are going, I'm going to end up with the same fate as Satoshi. Fate, you say? Exactly what kind of fate did she say would befall you? Transferring out, she said. Transferring out? Rena said Satoshi transferred out. So getting how things are going to with me, I'll transfer out too. Oshi allows steam sighed and grumbled loudly. Aurora, that was probably some sort of threat or maybe some type of warning. I thought so too. At that point, I started to think, would it be prudent to sum up everything that had happened up until now as a magnificence? Some human perpetrator? I didn't think about it being Rena and the others. I was left the Urashiro's curse. It's actually explained as a explanation. God damn it. Of course, I couldn't tell that to Aishi. Except Rena's strange forever could be proof of either scenario. Whether it was Urashiro's curse being real or everything being part of a conspiracy committed by all the villagers, Rena was involved. Rena had to know something. Rena was suspicious. What exactly was Rena? I couldn't help but think she was somehow involved with the prior string of mysterious death. I seem to recall that Oshi had admitted that he had dug into Rena's past a little. He was probably just downplaying it when he said a little. Meaning he had actually dug pretty deep, most likely. I wanted to hear about Rena. I want to know exactly. I want to know what happened at her previous school, among other things that were still unknown to me. No, yay. If Rena was somebody I suspect, no, not that. I want to know the truth. Tonight I was alone in this huge house. Even though I said I couldn't count on them, I had lost security I felt I had just by my parents being around. It wasn't like this house was some sort of fortress or castle. It was a mouse person. If a mouse person decided to use brute force, it would easily gain entry. There was no other residence close to the Mabara's residence. No one would be able to hear anything, no matter how loud it was. I had never felt such resentment towards my father's autistic temperament and the fact that he had this house built in such a remote location as I did right now. I wonder if I would still be here by tomorrow. So I had to ask right now because I had no idea when the next chance would come. I had something I wanted to ask about. Please don't keep anything from me. Sure, ask away. Even though he was so far away from the other end of the line, this was the most reliable he had ever felt. I want to ask about Rena. About what happened at her previous school. Actually, regarding Rena's... I noticed a sound that had been going on for a while now. Since I was so focused on the call, I hadn't paid attention to it at first, but I finally realized it was the doorbell. The time was 7 o'clock. It was past the time the postman would be making a delivery and past any sensible time for a neighbor to be visiting. I started just acting like nobody was home, but that wouldn't be good. I ruined all the work I had put in making it look like my parents were home. I needed to answer the door. Hello, my brother's up. Sorry, as soon as we at the door, I'm going to go see who it is. I see, my apologies. Should we end this phone call right now? That would be a problem. No, I'll be back in a second. Do you mind if I just leave the phone on? It's fine, I don't mind. I dropped the headset on my bed and dashed down to the door. I needed to make up a good excuse to get them to leave. I had a hunch it was the lady who called right before she did. In which case it would be one of my neighbors who's friends with my mom. I'll just say Mom isn't feeling well and went to bed early. That would be the easiest option. It's neither. It would be hard for her to ask me to wake my mom up if she's not feeling well. The bell continued to ring at regular intervals. Someone didn't answer after you rang the bell so much you would normally give up and go home, wouldn't you? Without removing the chain, I opened the door slightly and peeped out at the visitor. A chill ran down my spine. I knew it. Somewhere deep inside, I had prepared for this moment. I tried to escape by imagining it was the easiest person to deal with one of my mom's friends. Nope, it's Mia. Or Rena. Which one? Rena! Good evening, Rena. There shouldn't be any reason for Rena to come over at this hour. The timing also made me feel uneasy, because it was just as I was about to ask how is she about Rena. I wish I could have chalked this up as mere coincidence, but those unsettling words from me on several days ago echoed back at me. There's nothing this old man doesn't know. Are you alone, Rena? Yeah. It seems that Mion wasn't with her, but that didn't change the situation at all. Why did you come here? Hey, Kiichi, I'd like you to open the door so we can talk. Can I come inside? I wonder. It was true that speaking through a train door wasn't the right way to talk. Who classmate? At my house, the chain has to be on at night. Don't worry about it. It can't be helped, I guess. Rena pouted rather sadly, but she kept smiling at least, and her effort to keep that smile up was quite pitiful. Even though she was tugging at my heartstrings, I didn't lower my guard. As long as I stayed like this, even if it made my heart ache, my life wasn't in danger. What I really feared, more than the possibility that hoodlums would assault me if I removed the chain, was trusting Rena enough to remove the chain and having my friendship betrayed. As long as the chain wasn't unlatched, even if it made my heart ache, I wouldn't have to deal with being betrayed by Rena. Since it did seem like I removed the chain from her silent urging, she appeared to give up on trying to get into the entrance really. Have you eaten yet, Kiichi? No, I haven't eaten. Since my mom wasn't home, dinner wouldn't be ready no matter how long I waited. I laid down when I got home, was woken up by the phone, and didn't have a chance to eat since I used up all that time talking. I was going to have a cup of noodles in any case. I could just eat one wherever I wanted to. No, not yet. What about it? Hey, get then. Look here, I brought a bunch of dishes. Or a stack of boxes wrapped in a cloth. If I could use your kitchen, I could heat up the miso soup and other stuff. That's fine, you didn't need to do that. But there's a lot of tofu and vegetables in it. Was Kiichi not like that type of stuff? I wonder. There's no way I went like that. I love miso soup with lots of ingredients. White radish, carrots, burdock roots, potatoes, dents, and fervous fruit vegetables. Yeah, that miso soup looks incredible. I also brought rice. So if you microwave it, you can actually eat it really quickly. Without doubt, rice needs miso soup. Stuffing rice down your gullet, sipping miso soup in between rabbit's bites. Oh yes, how wonderful it is to be born Japanese. Also, I made some more pickles. I made such sunshine pickles this time. I hope I pronounced that right. Before I moved here to town, I scoffed at the mountain vegetables called senshai. But I was captivated by their charm the first time I tried them. Such a deep yet light flavor. The vegetables from the supermarket were tasteless and bland compared to these. If you had to describe them, then they were the vegetables for the uninitiated. And to become an expert such as myself, you first had to partake of senshai. It was common knowledge around here that the Ryu family traditional pickles were wonderfully delicious. No matter what kind of pickles they were. They go as well as with the fluffy red rice. And also, oh wait, there's more. It's so delicious, it just seems delicious. Farewell to my unhealthy self who said he'll make up
two with cup noodles. Ren appeared to be in good spirits and she was offered such a delicious sounding dinner. The stress evaporated from my gut and hunger ravaged her feared head. At the same time, my weariness ran suddenly dwindled. Rena did say she was alone. It shouldn't be a problem letting her inside. Though the possibility that it was laced with poison still hadn't been ruled out. At that moment, a cold chill ran down my spine once again. I couldn't understand why such a sensation had occurred just then, but the voice inside me was sounding the alarm. Tabby Rena speaking of this charming dinner was dependent on one premise. That premise was that tonight dinner had been made at my house, meaning it was under the assumption that my mom, who should be making it, wasn't here. At any normal household, 7 o'clock would be around the middle of dinner time. If my mom were here, we'd be eating dinner around this time as well. The fact that she brought over all the makings of a meal at this time wasn't inherently strange, unless she knew. Rena, did she? Did she know that my parents weren't home? But there was also a chance that this was bluff. I had turned on the lights and a bunch of other stuff to make it seem like my parents were here. There was a chance that Rena was unsure if my parents were home. And I had to wonder, the laundry, the garage, and the evening paper. There were plenty of signs of them being hastily tidied up. It was hard to say that Rena didn't have a chance to determine if my parents were here or not. There was no reason for me to confess that right now. I tried to hold on to that fact as long as I could. First of all, the chain was still latched. As long as I didn't take it off, Rena wouldn't be able to do anything to me. Anyway, we're going to leave this episode here, but we'll see how this goes. So, again, I did hope you all enjoyed that week of Halloween related events, the Gary's Mod, the Dead by Daylight. Even though I do suck at Dead by Daylight, yes I know. But I do hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like or comment on those videos. And of course, if you're liking Higurashi, especially since we are getting close to the end here, make sure you do leave a like or a comment. And continue watching. Anyway, this is PC Death Gear. As always, hope you enjoyed. Keep playing on. See yous.